So was this whole thing between OpenClaw and Anthropic a big misunderstanding? Was this just a configuration issue where people were having their OAuth credentials rejected because they set the context window to be too large? Or is Anthropic doubling down and actually taking legal action to remove OAuth from applications? Could both of these things possibly be true? I'll tell you right after this word from our sponsor. OmniSend. If you're running an e-commerce store, you know that email marketing is critical, but most email platforms weren't built for online stores. They make you work around e-commerce instead of working with it. OmniSend is different. It's built specifically for e-commerce, which means it integrates directly with your Shopify, WooCommerce, or BigCommerce stores. When you're building an email, there's even a product picker tool right in the editor. So you can select products from your store and they get added to the email with images, prices, and buy buttons. No exporting CSVs or manually creating clunky blocks inside of weird editors that don't fully function. The abandoned cart automation is where OmniSend really shines. If someone adds an item to their cart but doesn't check out, OmniSend is going to automatically send them a follow-up email with those exact products in their cart. A single click and they are checking out again. Set it up once and this will run on autopilot for you, no maintenance required. OmniSend even has a free plan that includes all of their features, even automation. You even get 24/7 support on the free plan, which is just insane. And when you're ready to scale up, the paid plans are very reasonable, starting at just $16 a month. So if you want to get serious about e-commerce, you want OmniSend. Check out the link in the description to get started today. My thanks to OmniSend for sponsoring today's video. So just yesterday, I posted a video about how my OpenClaw's OAuth access had been cut off after I tried to update to Sonnet 4.6. I thought this was related to all of the drama that was going on around with Anthropic saying that you were not allowed to use OAuth with third-party applications. And I just want to be clear here, Anthropic is completely allowed to do this. This is their product. They can say what can and can't happen with their terms of service. I never contested that. I just thought as a consumer, here's what I would like to have happen. Very similar to how people complain about Apple only giving away 5 gigabytes of free storage with iCloud. Their phones are much larger. It sure would be nice if there was more free storage. Instead, they want you to pay. Apple's in the right for doing that, but people are also in the right for complaining about the product that they are buying, an iPhone in this case, and wanting to have something else for free. That's totally within the consumer's right to complain about. But maybe it was all just a configuration mistake on my part. I got this comment over on that YouTube video this morning saying that the problem with the OAuth is because you're choosing a 1 million context window model, and this doesn't work with OAuth, so choose a 200K Opus 4.6 or Sonnet 4.6, and it should work just fine. Well, that certainly is interesting. So I tried it, and guess what? We're back. So as you can see, this is Lloyd, my OpenClaw agent, and I had him switch over to Sonnet and started a new contact session, and we are on Claude Sonnet 4.6 with the OAuth credential that was previously stored. I didn't even need to refresh that. It wasn't blocked. It just was trying to grab the wrong version with a larger context window, which is not supported through OAuth. So we're in the clear, right? We can continue using our Claude Max and Claude Pro subscriptions with OpenClaw, and everything will be fine, right? Well, that's where things start to get foggy. Now, as I read the terms of service, I'm definitely in violation by using my OpenClaw instance with an OAuth code. It just doesn't seem like it's supported. And I generally like Anthropic's products. I, in fact, called myself a super fan of Claude just a couple videos ago before all of this unraveled. And things get amped up here a little bit as I see this tweet from Jane Mansion Wong that says, OpenCode committed something that says, to their GitHub, they committed something that says, Anthropic's legal request removes Claude OAuth support and redirects users to alternatives like OpenAI, GitHub, and GitLab. So you can see this image here, and very clearly, they are going to refer you to other OAuth tools that allow you to use third-party tools if you want to do OAuth. And if you're coming to this video kind of in the middle and OAuth, what is he talking about? That essentially means that you're going to have a hard cap on how much you're spending per month, which for me, and I think many people out there, we really like the idea of having an autonomous agent that can't spend more than a certain threshold per month. And that is really why I am interested in using OAuth with OpenClaw, especially in these early days where we're just not sure how much is going to happen while we are asleep. We don't want things to go crazy and break the bank. So I thought I would just try this out here in the video. I'm going to install OpenCode and see if it's really there already. If these changes have been pushed to main, we'll see what the interface actually looks like. So I'm going to install OpenCode on this machine here, and you can see it's doing the whole installation process. And let's go ahead and launch OpenCode here, just typing in OpenCode. All right, everything looks normal. Let's connect to a provider. And under Anthropic, it says Claude Max or API key. So I can use my Claude Max Pro subscription. It's still working inside of OpenCode. But let's just go all the way through and just make sure this actually still works. So I need to open up this link. Now, the last time I did this, it was very easy to click through and just get it authenticated. But here it seems like the formatting is broken and I can't use the link at all. So I'm going to use OCR to grab it here. And then I'll use Claude Desktop to clean things up and get rid of all the extra spaces. It's a pro tip for you. If you ever get an OAuth code from a terminal, sometimes it won't fit on one line. So you'll have a space in there. You'll think you copied the whole thing, but it's actually got a gap in it. So just take a look at what you've actually copied to see if there's any line breaks. All right, that seemed to clean up just fine. We'll paste it in and authorize. Gives me a code to give back. And then here we go, I can choose my model. Now, interestingly, some of the latest labels are incorrect, but let's go with Sonnet 4.6 and let's test this out. What does OAuth mean? There we go, it's working. It gave me my response back, no real issues, but I am breaking the terms of service. So what gives? Was that tweet a hoax? Well, no, absolutely not. Here's the actual commit over on GitHub. And this was made by Dax, one of the project leads. So this is going to hit the main development branch sometime soon, like could be by the time this video is posted, could be tomorrow. I don't know when, but this change is definitely coming. Anthropic is taking real action. So even if it's working right now in OpenClaw, you can imagine they are probably receiving similar types of messages. So what do we do here? We've got a few options. You could switch over to the Anthropic API and continue using their models. It will be more expensive, but you'll be doing the right thing and you will get extra benefits. You'll get that 1 million context window, which is not nothing. I'm actually really excited to try that out. But there's other options like obviously OpenClaw wasn't acquired, but Peter Steinberger, the founder of OpenClaw, recently was hired on to work at OpenAI, and he's already said that OpenAI is allowing OAuth authentication with OpenClaw. So you could always switch your Claude Max account over to OpenAI, and that would work as well. Personally, I'm not a super big fan of OpenAI. They give me the willies. Feels very dystopian. I've used ChatGPT for years and years and years, so I'm definitely not unfamiliar with their products. In fact, we still pay for a subscription, but I'm not sure I want to power my OpenClaw with that. That's maybe contradictory because I am using a Chinese model to do it right now. Now, there's just so much to unpack here, and everyone has different perspectives depending on what part of the world you live in and what team you play for. I'm just kind of trying to do what I can best estimate is secure for my data at this point. Currently, my OpenClaw doesn't have access to much. It's got things like when my haircut is and maybe, what types of books I've been reading lately. I've not done a great deal of personal information with my OpenClaw, but that's something I want to do in the future, which is why I'm trying to be kind of particular about where I go. And like I said, Anthropic makes great products. I've been really happy with using Claude Desktop, and I'd be really sad to give that up. Switching down to a $20 a month plan is going to feel very restrictive. Just a few minutes before hitting record here, they announced a brand new feature, Claude Security, which I'll play their little video here on mute. Essentially, this is going to help you find vulnerabilities in your vibe-coded software. One of the biggest problems that people have with vibe-coded software is that they put it out there and it's leaking their API key and they're client information is displayed for everyone. There's just bugs that happen with vibe-coded software, and hopefully they're going to have a fix for it. Now, unfortunately, that feature is not available to the general public yet. There is a wait list for it. And from what I've heard, they are prioritizing like enterprise or larger businesses first, but you can go ahead and fill out the form to try to get on board for that, assuming, you have an active paying subscription. I did fill out this form. My Claude Max subscription is still working for another week or so. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. One thing that's been on my mind, and I'd be curious to get your take on the comments as to what I should do for kind of an everyday subscription, is that, well, Google just came out with Gemini Pro 3.1. The benchmarks are insanely good, and the price for the API is about half of what Opus does. So it's better than Opus, costs half as much. Really, really exciting. Now, same deal here. You can't use OAuth with the Google AI plans. They will ban you, I think, even faster than Anthropic does. This would be more for kind of my daily driver, personal AI, having an app on my phone and on my desktop type of thing, which, if I get OpenClaw running the way I want, maybe that need goes away, but you get a ton of other features with their subscription. And I found a deal and I wanted to call it out to you guys. So if you head over to their website here, it's going to look like they're giving you 50% off for the first 3 months. But if you are currently a Google Workspace subscriber, you can get an even better deal, which I'll show you. I want to highlight a few of the things you get with AI Ultra because maybe it's kind of missed on a lot of people. First of all, you don't just get AI tools. You get YouTube Premium. So that's like, I think $15 a month, roughly, maybe 17 at this point. I have the family plan, so I think we pay $25 a month for YouTube Premium. Then you get 30 terabytes of storage on your Google Workspace account. So that's huge. How much does that cost per month alone? Like quite a bit. On top of that, when you generate images in either Notebook LM for like slides or using Nano Banana Pro, you don't get the watermark, which is huge. So you could use those in your videos or your slides for work or whatever you want. And if you've not tried out Notebook LM for generating slides, you definitely need to do it because they are amazing. So here's how you can get an even better deal on your Google AI subscription if that's a path you decide to go. Head over to your Google Workspace, log in to the admin account, right? So I'm in the admin area here, go under billing, buy or upgrade, and then advanced AI access. And their plans are an additional 15% off. So the main site here is talking about the $250 being reduced down to $125 for the first 3 months. But over here, we're going to get it for $106. So it's taking an additional 15% off. You can see it here in the pricing plan. So if you pay monthly, it's going to be $106 for the first 3 months. And then they're going to let you keep the 15% off as long as you have your Google Workspace account, I'm sure, down to $212. So very comparable in price to the Claude Max account, or even going with, an OpenAI Pro, whatever they call their top plan. I think it's Max or something over there. Not Pro, that's the $20 one. And if you want an even better deal, you could pay annually. I am not going to do this because, as I've stated before on this channel, I'm not paying annually for anything related to AI. By the time I click the checkout button, some new model will have come out that I'll want to try out. So for me, I'll just pay the little bit extra per month with the flexibility to move around. Before I close this thing out, one thing I would love to see from one of the major providers is a family plan. So just like you would do for your Spotify account, you pay once and then everyone in the family gets access. Make a Google Gemini family pack or a ChatGPT family pack where you have roles and permissions. So we could have parent accounts and then kid accounts that are more locked down, and it would make it very easy for the parents to observe what the children are doing with their AI accounts. I think that would be a really smart thing for one of these companies to roll out. And I'm sure it's already in the works by somebody out there. So keep my eyes open for that. But if you see anything, definitely let me know. It's going to do it for this video, kind of just an update on the whole situation. If you've got any questions or comments, hit me up down below. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed this. Consider getting subscribed for more information about AI as well as tools to run your business. There is a big launch of lifetime deals and AI coming out next week. I'm going to be making a ton of videos about it. So if you're interested in this sort of thing, definitely get subscribed. I've also got a website with a newsletter. You can sign up to that as well. Thanks to OmniSend for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you check them out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.